What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. What y'all gotta understand about life, bro. You get what you give. And I know people might dispute that. People might say, well, no, not all the time, not necessarily. And I understand why you say that because sometimes it seems like when you do good, you're helping people, you're doing right. It seems like your reward don't come right then and there. And for some people, they might feel like their reward never comes. But a lot of times, that's because you might be just trying to do something just to try to get a reward instead of doing it just because it's the right thing for you to do. Then on the flip side, you got some people who watch what other people do, the bad things that other people do, and you sit around wishing and wondering why they haven't received the punishment for the bad. Man, it's why it seems like the bad people always get away with stuff. It's not that they get away with stuff, it's just the same thing like with the good. It's like sometimes it take a little while, sometimes it's not instant. And we live in this instant gratification seeking world that we all suffer from the desire to have instant gratification when you do something uh, good. But the truth of the matter is, I would say for the most part, the universe balances it out, man. I've leaned strongly on you get what you give, and what you put into something, you typically get out of it. So saying all that to say this: if you are just a negative person, if you're just a person who always going after it, man, in terms of just the controversy and the beef and the problems and all of that and all the above. Um, it might not happen the next day. Might not happen 2 months from now. Might not happen a year from now. But at some point, that balance is going to level out, and you're going to receive the disrespect that you've given. You're going to receive um, the bullying that you've been giving out. You're going to receive the scamming that you've been dishing out when you were scamming, whatever it is. And I'm always shocked at how people, when that time comes for them to receive that, a lot of times they'll play victim. You act like, well, why is everybody coming down on me? Why is everybody treating me like this? Or even go so far as to say, um, people are hating on me and this and that. But at the root of a situation, it was you. It was me. It was her. It was him. Whoever it was that created that atmosphere for ourselves. You create that atmosphere by what you putting out, and we're not conscious of it all the time. We just going about doing it, especially if we think it's benefiting us. If, like, because sometimes, controversy sells. That is a statement that we have to, that history has shown us that is absolutely true. So if you are getting down like that, and it's benefiting you from a financial point of view, then you feel like, man, I done found my lick, you know. But sometimes you could be playing a game that everybody's not playing with you. You know, you ever had that one person that's in the room playing and joking around, but nobody else is on that in that moment. Everybody else is just like looking at each other like, what's wrong with this dude here? And he don't get it. He ain't able to even recognize or read the room. He not getting it, you know. And when the elbow comes down on him, when people finally check him and go in on him for how he's been carrying himself, he's like, what did I do? What happened? You know, because they're not able to recognize or read the room, and you get caught in your own selfish thoughts to where you think that, hey man, it's just all about me trying to make some money or do whatever it is I'm doing to move forward in advance. But you might be doing it on the backs of innocent people. And even if you're doing it on the backs of guilty people, if it's not your business, stay out of. Stay out of stuff that has nothing to do with you. Everybody got to speak on what everybody else got going on. Everybody got something to say about what this one got going on, what that one got going on. And the second somebody check you and say, well, why you all in them people's business? Or if the person themselves check you and say, why you all in my business, then you defensive and come on, man. And it would be different if I was talking about little children. If I was talking about young children that act like that, man. I'm talking about grown men and women. Grown men and women, man. And it's no wonder why our youth don't respect us as examples of how they should be. Because they look at our behavior and they probably like, man, this who y'all telling us to listen to and look up to and patronize? This who y'all telling us to act like? So I don't blame them. I don't blame them when they had that thought process like, hey man, I ain't listening to y'all no more. Because the same things that you will criticize us for as the youth, we look up and you doing it. You acting worse than us. You acting more childish than us. You acting more ignorant than us. You beefing more than we beef. See? So how do we change that? Do we want to change it? Or is that money, does that money have us in a mind where we like, I have no desire to change it? All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and click the bell so y'all can get y'all notifications, man, and get some of this good, well-seasoned game that I be giving y'all, man. Go subscribe to my podcast, the Underground Dialogue Podcast. Go do that right now. The brand new episode is up. The brand new episode is up, and I'll catch y'all later on. Peace.